Welcome to the Kingdom of Crocosmia, one of the many botanical kingdoms within Bloomvale. This massive island continent that's basically a super wide valley surrounded by these mountain ranges in a perfect circle just about, with massive rivers flowing through, and these huge mountain ranges to the north, where the Kingdom of Ambrosia is known to be. Going south from there is the place that we are currently at, Crocosmia, where all the rivers flow through. And going south of that, we have to the west the Kingdom of Graminus, a grassland-based kingdom that's very military intensive and focused. And then to the north of that, a little bit more northeast of Crocosmia, is their neighbors, Begonia, the more cowardly neighbors, led by King Belagard Begonia. And then far to the south, Rosatia, the largest country and kingdom in all of Bloomvale, with a governing body known as the Rosarium Wreath, a governing body with heads from each different noble house that each represent a different color of rose. There's House Alba, the white rose, and so on. And House Noctebel, the black rose, and House Varellus, the green rose. All of these different noble houses that make up the Kingdom of Rosatia. There's all these botanical kingdoms, and right now we are centered our story on the Kingdom of Crocosmia. And we are about to celebrate a wonderful military parade / celebration. Currently, it is about to be the 100th anniversary of the end of the Shade Veil Wars, a war between light and dark, literally between the goddess Saloon and the goddess Shar, where your botanical nations were pulled into war against their will by these gods, basically, and basically ended up being pawns in this royal battle royale that led to countless deaths, a lot of sorrow and strife across all the people in all of Bloomvale. But since peace has been achieved and people have settled down, the kingdoms have had minor scuffles between each other and other minor things that have come up, such as, the occasional forgotten nobles who try to start uprisings and start a coup, wyvern tribes to the north doing raids on Ambrosia, or pirates pillaging the lands of Graminus from offshore, these outside invaders coming out. The various Bloomvale kingdoms help each other, but maintain their own borders and armies. And occasionally, the Concord of Blooms is called whenever a grave threat threatens the larger Bloomvale, which is causing the Bloomvale kingdoms across the continent to band together to face a common threat. Recently, the Concord of Blooms has been called by none other than Artemis Amaryllis himself, the king of Ambrosia. He has a great fear of the wyvern tribes banding together, so they have called the Concord of Blooms, which is set to happen in the state of Crocosmia. So all of these leaders are meeting, and beyond that, there is also the anniversary parade celebrating the end of the Shade Veil Wars. So there are leaders having this meeting, and all these people coming to celebrate and gather up. Because of this, many noble people and groups who otherwise would be unlikely to meet are currently all in Crocosmia, and all of you are part of those people, either as armed guards, nobles yourself, or just general people that are visiting to see the festivities or, partake in any aspect that you can. You are each in different parts of Crocosmia at this moment, and why don't we start and focus on a certain individual who is currently in a public carriage. We will start with your character, Dan. Belladonna is currently in this carriage, riding into the center courtyard of Crocosmia. You are riding this carriage. and you're basically asleep at this moment. But you have the beautiful smell of fresh cut flowers as children run by with bouquets to hand out. You can see as this carriage moves through the thoroughfare that there are countless of happy-go-lucky people, peasants, nobles alike, throwing petals at any carriages that pass by as you drive past all sorts of different ornamental garden beds. There's tons of bugs in the air pollinating these different flowers, and people just celebrating somberly but also celebratory. It's a weird mix, as some people you could see having some sort of basically carrying around posters and images of past people, of ancient relatives that passed during the Shade Vale Wars. So you see people grieving. You see a couple of super old, like grandparents, that their parents were the ones that they lost, so they're in grief at this moment. And there's just, in general, celebration of peace, but then also grief for the losses that were sustained during that period of time. But most of the people are so disconnected, as most of the populace are human, and they don't really have a recollection of any of this. It's just a party, basically, with some really sad old people. But we come to Belladonna. Belladonna, you're currently asleep in this carriage as you rock side to side from the rocky cobblestones. Belladonna, right now, as you are in this dream space, as you're sleeping, why don't you go ahead and describe your character as they sit in this carriage, so we have an image of this person in our eyes, in our minds.
Sure.
I guess.
So as Belladonna is currently sleeping in the carriage, you would notice vibrant red, almost blood and fiery red hair. It's a very strange coloration that is not often seen. Her skin is kind of almost like a fern-colored green. It looks aged, and it definitely looks very weathered. Her cloak that she wears currently it's a very fine-looking cloak, but it also looks very disheveled, as in it is very well worn, very well used. Even though she kind of looks a bit, well worn, she is very well hygienically kept. You'd see that she typically wears very vibrant lipstick and various colors on her fingernails. She holds loosely in her hand, as she's traveling in this carriage, a rod, kind of a little bit taller than a standard walking cane, that she kind of holds on to, and it's intricate, interwoven with barbs and forms of bramble, and kind of in the center of it is a obsidian closed flower at the moment. It is something that more or less kind of shimmers if you look at it in the right light. Most or other notably, upon holding the cloak to her body, is a clasped, almost regal-looking brooch, I would say, that essentially clasps the cloak around her. And it has an insignia upon it, and it shows what appears to be a swamp tree with various roses that kind of grow, all in very dark obsidian colors as well. Yeah, and she's just kind of resting in the corner, trying to kind of stay away from people. Her hood is currently up, and kind of trying to keep her profile a little bit more hidden.
And as you rest, you have the same reoccurring dream that you've had over and over and over again. Not every single night, but at least once a week you have this reoccurring dream that startles you and wakes you with a cold sweat. And as you doze off on this little ride, you just are a young girl running through the woods. And your heart is racing, but not with fear, out of exhilaration and like that bit of anxiety you get when you're playing tag, and like when somebody goes to tag you, you have like that heart racing moment of adrenaline, even though it's playful, and you just have your heart racing, and you just hear from the main road as you're hiding in the bushes of this super dark, rocky forest with these massive boulders off the side, and you're in this kind of copse of trees hiding, and you just hear, where are you, Belladonna? Hey, I will find you. One of these days, I will find you. And
Sounds like a threat.
the vision shifts from this playful game of hide and seek with a childhood friend to you're much older and you're running through the same woods, but that feeling in your heart is adrenaline for the right reasons. It's adrenaline from fear. It's adrenaline from experiencing a amount of inner conflict and doing something incredibly dangerous, brave, and bold. As you run through these woods, you just hear hacking through full trees with a massive great axe. This individual chasing through, and you can see there in the distance behind you there are these massive knights with just red eyes. You don't even know if your memory is increasing the scariness of them, but between these two massive knights is a individual that you recognize who is darting through the woods, running after you, just going, Belladonna, I will find you! I will find you! As you run through the woods. And you wake up in a sweat, hearing that. And it's not real. You're alone in this carriage. You are safe. And you are alone. As you kind of start her awake, the carriage driver begins to pull the carriage to a stop. And you just hear, hey, we're at the floret. Job's done.
Fine.
Get out.
Thank you. And she would then exit the carriage, keeping her hood up and flicking a silver to the driver of the carriage.
Hey, thanks. He takes it.
It was my pleasure riding with you. Thank you for the ride. And she would make her way, trying to stick with like a grouping of people, trying to hide in and blend in as best as she can.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Or deception. Up to you. There's plenty of people around, so it's a very low DC. Yeah. You are known and comfortable with hiding and appearing smaller, appearing out of the way, appearing as not really important, and you are able to completely blend into the crowd. Where are you going? What are you looking for? Currently, you can see that there's all sorts of people. You come into the floret, this massive courtyard where there are edges of these ornamental gardens where it seems like the main festivities are expected to take place, and you can see thousands of these young adults basically carrying portraits of ancestors that passed in the war. And so you can see that they're finding their images or they're bringing their own. You can see there's family gathering. You can see that there's going to be some sort of march where they're basically recreating the various troops that fought in the war and paying homage to the losses by showing their portraits, and even the people that did pass but survived because it's been a long time, just celebrating these brave, honorable people. And so you can see a bunch of young adults that seem to be the great grandchildren of a lot of these people, just kind of meandering about trying to find a spot to bide their time until the festivities start. What are you doing?
Bella would instantly make her way towards the water. She would attempt to approach the water in order to perform a small ritual.
Okay, yeah. You could actually duck underneath this massive bridge next to the main river that flows through all of Crocosmia. So you could probably go down a couple of switchbacks and find a place that's pretty quiet underneath the river, or underneath this bridge.
That is exactly what she would do. So when she's there, the ritual that she would like to perform, she would utilize her basic cantrips of Mold Earth, Shape Water, and Druidcraft in order to essentially plant various nightshade type plants and have the seed pods grow into a kind of small bush. From there, she would attempt to utilize the water, and she would form essentially an ice picture upon the water itself of various images that would resemble potentially something from her past, as she kind of just reflects and gazes into the still kind of flowing water that moves through, but with her ice she creates eddies to try to just reflect on her past, and to kind of give remembrance and sovereigns on this impactful day.
Wonderful. You sit here entirely alone in this space doing this little ritual. Occasionally, a couple young teens come down here, seemingly to maybe like do a little makeout sesh, and you can see them kind of like see somebody underneath the bridge and immediately like go, oh nope, and they run along, and you perform this ritual, and it's somber, heartfelt, and full of conflict. We'll move on as you continue doing your own ritual. We'll go to Rahul and your character, Melicius. You are also riding a carriage, but you are actually in the driver's seat with a person at your side known as Halfreti Noctebel, who is in simple robes, as expected from members of the Florists who have chosen to forgo their noble house's background and serve Rosatia as a whole. So he's sitting next to you, dark hair, dark features, and would you like to describe Melicius at this moment as they are driving this carriage?
Yeah. So Melicius, but everyone calls him Mel. He's also an older man with tanned brown skin, hazel golden eyes. He also similarly has that weather-worn eyes and skin with crow's feet, thick white beard, and that straw hat. Also wearing the simple robes of the florists. But I imagine on this day as well, because of his position in the House of the Green Rose, the House of how did you pronounce it again? Virellus?
Virellus.
Virellus, yeah. I imagine he's also wearing like ceremonial chain armor as well that kind of has like that hexagonal shape, just like honeycombs. Beside him in the driver's seat is his large staff, which kind of resembles like a honey wand. And I imagine he has like a little flower corsage on his wrist as well, with like the green rose that's the largest and in the center, and it's surrounded by a rainbow of other roses. As he's driving, he's kind of just like blissfully munching away on a sugar cookie that's dripping with honey, crumbs kind of getting into his beard, just like basking in the sun. And yeah, he finishes his cookie, reaches into a weapon sheath and pulls out another cookie and just starts going to town at it. And there's a bee, in contrast to his like blissful munching nature, that's like flitting sharply around him as he's driving and eating down this in this carriage.
Lots of eating, wonderful. Well, I'll do this music. As you're sitting there chomping, Halfreti next to you begins to speak to you and just goes, I don't really like being in Crocosmia. These people are so uncivilized. Intelligence says their gardens are meager and their soil sullied by all the contaminants they pull from the river. Poor fools, bearing such a burden and getting so little of the spoils. And look, They don't even have any bees in their hallways. Ridiculous.
I mean, if we focused a little less on your intelligence from your little thorns, maybe we'd have more bees to share. I mean, these bees are so wondrous, and I can only imagine if we actually were able to share our wealth and our wonders with people instead of, spying and slaughtering around.
Well, they have to earn it, and sloppering around in the river is not the way to do it, in my opinion. They need to evolve on their own.
Did a bee sting you in your bum?
Of course not. I am too polite to them. I treat bees with respect.
It seems like Ella would disagree with that, right, Ella? And Ella kind of flies into his face, and he has to shoo her away. Paul and Ella, the full name, Ella for short.
I swear, that bee of yours is different, though. He says, keep that thing under control. Well, I hope if you can't manage to keep that bee under control, I hope at least our gift to these lessers is going to at least make it on time. You have all of that in order, correct?
I think Ari had most of it in order. My nephew is good with these things. He knows what he's. I'm too old. My memory This is why he's the leader. He knows what he's doing.
Well, they were a bit behind us and got stuck in the traffic. Perhaps you might want to check on it. But it cannot be understated how important that gift is. The queen cannot be misplaced.
Understood.
A new hive of bees that you are gifting to Crocosmia. You have a queen bee in a royal carriage that's in a section behind you as a gift. Fantastic. Right now, you and Helfreti arrive to this little smaller garden. It seems like there are a couple of hedges here and there, and a couple of statues to various heroes, and also to different plants and flowers. Seems to be some water fountains. You see how Freddy gets up. Ugh. These hedges could be pruned a little bit tighter. Ridiculous. As he just kind of walks off, a little annoyed. Now, Mel, I hope you are not late to the Concord of Blooms. We are expected to be there with hold on, what's his name? Oh my gosh, where did I put it? I have such a long name list of people. Romadeo Gallica, the leader of House Gallica, the Red Rose House. So he and you and Mel are expected to join the Concord of Blooms whenever that is set to happen later in the day. But you are in this courtyard. Is there anything you are doing, Mel, in this moment?
I think having noted the comment about the keeping an eye on the prize, I would definitely wait just to make sure that my nephew Aristius and the hive comes, and I would wait, just munching on my cookies, but just waiting to make sure that they arrive where they should be going.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Of course. Solid.
Nice.
Okay, a 21. A plus 8 a plus 8 modifier at level 1 is pretty crazy. Fantastic.
I took my expertise in that, yeah.
Okay, so you look around and you know for a fact that you do not see the carriage. You're expecting to see something gilded in green with little aspects of blue filigree of some sort of with sapphire gems on the side. You're looking for something regal, and you don't see anything like that at the moment in this space where eventually a lot of the traffic would process through. So you don't see that. But what you do see is a similarly regal carriage that is also emerald in color, but gilded in gold. And you can see at the head is a woman known as Caldra Grievegrass, a woman of stature who is currently the Reed Warden of Graminus, who is kind of leading it along with some advisors until the princess, Pinea Festuca, comes of age. And so you can see in this chariot, you can see Cauldra fully armored, head to toe in plate, and seems to have some sort of like battle makeup on, always ready to fuck shit up. And next to her, you see a cute little princess in a dress, and you can see it's kind of like half plate, where there's like a pauldron and just like a chest plate. But it seems to be like made out of the equivalent of like a very light mithril or plastic or something, so that she could still be a kid. And you can see just her head, kind of like a bluish hair, and very light Caucasian features. This little princess with kind of like a haircut that covers half her face, with some braids at the back as well. And behind it, you see a very shitty carriage with a certain individual on it. Josh, would you like to describe your character, who is driving this shittier carriage behind this very fancy
Shittier carriage is crazy.
Well, you see sitting there is a massive man. He's probably, for this time and period, he's a for a human, he's pretty big. He's a solid guy. He looks like he works in the fields. He's wearing a suit of armor that it may look a little rough, but it's practical. It's a little ornate. You see it chased with gold, but it's painted like it looks like it's yellow, like grains that grow in these fields. It looked like it used to be a rich, vibrant green, but it's faded a little bit, like just softly tread grass. And you see little wheat emblems just pressed into the shoulder pauldrons. Then you see this man. He just typical features: brown hair, brown eyes. You get a look at his eyes. See a bit of gold, a little blue. It's a little mysterious. His hair looks like it's been touched by the sun. He looks like I said, looks like he works in the field, but he's heavily armored. And this is Captain Breyer Thornhelm.
Captain of a troop of Bloomvale Wardens, which to some is the worst group and worst position that a soldier of Graminus could take, but to some it is also the most honorable. It is a position that is kind of like being in like the UN military, where you don't represent a specific country. You are somebody that is from Graminus, but you are a unit that serves all of Bloomvale. And during times of peace like this, you mostly just end up doing very weird, odd jobs. And a lot of times you end up doing basic, guard duty, protecting the princess, as you are a very high-ranking officer. But then sometimes you're just like cleaning latrines in fortresses because the actual people that are stationed there have seniority over you. And it's a weird position where it's got honor, but then also there's a huge section of members of the Bloomvale Wardens that are called sad sods. Basically, this is the equivalent of like Jon Snow's, and where their last name is Sod. These are people that are orphaned and are immediately drafted into this unit. So there are a bunch of just rapscallions in this unit, but then also some people that take the honor of guarding all of Bloomvale. So you have a couple representatives of each of those troops, as you have Augustine, your right-hand man, a very serious person, older than you, about in his 50s, but very strong. He's taken this job extremely seriously, and he is hoping to have a good retirement after years of service, but still keeping on trucking. You are the captain. This is your right-hand man, Augustine, a gruff man with, very gray features, but still strong and tight. His muscles and body is like rock hard from that old age of like, he's strong, but it's just old man strength. But sitting in back behind you is Ken Bluesod, a blue-haired cavalry member, and then Pompasio Sod. These two younger members that are orphan that have joined the troop and are some of the soldiers that represent your troop that you are the captain of. And you're in this much less regal chariot. As you see, Ken Blue just says, "Hey, Captain, are we there yet? I know we got a mission to do. We got to turn around right after this, but are we there yet?"
What information would Captain Thornhelm be privy to?
You would know that you're here to help escort both the Cauldron Grievegrass and then Pinea to this location. Specifically, you are assigned to protect Pinea, as she is actually going to be heading to a fortress that is actually due northeast or northwest, called Pearl Fortress. That is actually commanded by the Begonia forces, and she's going to be doing a ceremony there. Similar to what's happening here, she's going to represent and do a ceremony there. So you will be expected to guard her and take her there.
Okay. Just about there, Blue. Gotta get the princess to the castle, get her settled, and then everybody can get some rest. I know we've been on the road. I know the turnaround time's not great, but, we do what we must. This is the life we chose to live, and service is what we're about.
Can you at least stop to get something to eat? I'm starving back here. As you see, he is actually fully munching down on, way too many rations.
I'm gonna, he's gonna, reach his hand back like he's, driving the minivan, and he's gonna, put his hand out, give it here.
Fine, sir. Sorry, sir. Hands it to you.
Takes a bite, looks over at Augie, and gives the rest of the biscuit to Augie.
Thank you, sir. It is much appreciated.
Yeah, not a problem, bud.
It is an honor to serve.
That it is. To serve. You see, the captain gets kind of a little bit of a wayward look of did I make a mistake? Did I choose, the greater good over glory, honor, and position? But as quickly as he thinks about that, he kind of just shakes it off and kind of stiffens his back as he looks up at the Reed Warden and the princess, being like, "No, I have a duty, and my duty is to protect them, regardless of my position. In the grand greenest ends, the greener pastures of this world. I chose to serve, and that's what I'm going to choose to do."
Yeah, and your carriage comes to a stop. It seems like you're at the point where there seems to be basically valet that take over and ride the carriages and the horses to a fantasy parking lot. And you see that Cauldron Grievegrass and the princess get out. There's a couple of other guards that are flanking them. That seem to be in full Grievegrass armor, where it is to the floor plates that seems to be, looks like swaying grass in a field that goes all the way, like a skirt, all the way to the ground. These massive armored individuals. So you see them flanking the princess and Cauldron as they step out, and you see Pinea gets out, sees you, and then immediately runs up to you full speed and just kind of gives you, stops at your feet, gives you a salute, and then says, "Hey, request for hug?"
You see the captain, he gets down to one knee, and he's like, "Come on, give it here."
Granted. And so she runs up and just kind of gives you a "Oh, you gotta work on your armor here. It's..."
Yeah, well, it's sentimental. It's kind of been a tradition that the captain, continues to wear the same plate as the first captain. And, and all I do is I make sure it stays functional.
It makes you look old. You're not old.
Well,
Well, I mean, you are
no.
old, but you're not old. You're not old like him. And he points to Augustine. What?
What? Yeah, Augie is. You know what? I am pretty sure he was there when your grandfather instituted that grain tax. that one time, you know, it was. I remember Augie talking about it, and I just looked at him. And I was like, "How old are you?"
Would you like for me to repeat the story from beginning?
No, Lieutenant. That will not be necessary.
See him kind of like hold a hand up and then immediately get a little quiet and sad.
I think it's. I think we need to get inside, Princess.
Okay. And as she moves forward, she says, well, I'm going to be sticking with you. And you see Cauldra kind of look to you. Briar!
My lord. Or my lady.
Take care of her.
With my life.
As expected. She turns around about face and struts off. And at this point, that's what you saw with your 21 perception check as well, Melicius. And you see Briar, a individual that I think you would probably know, as both of you have been in this kind of greater good position where you're helping different parts of all of Bloomvale. So I think your paths would have crossed at some point. So you see a familiar face in the space that looks way more pleasant to talk to than how Freddy knocked the bell, who seems to be just insulting the bushes. This is disgusting. I can't. This is. And he's almost like vomiting, looking at the hedgework here.
I definitely take the opportunity. I look at my companion Sai, and I look towards Briar and smile brightly, tip my straw hat, and I'm like, "Cookie?" And I offer you a cookie, honey dripping.
I walk over there a little hurriedly because I don't want to leave the princess unattended, and I walk over there and I reach down and I how tall is Mel?
I would say about like 5'6".
5'6". So yeah, Briar bends down a little bit and he's like, "It's good to see you, Mel." And he reaches down and gives you a handshake and he's like, "And you're still making the cookies. Awesome."
Always a pleasure, Captain. And I pull you in from the handshake and give you a big tight embrace.
It's good to see you, old friend.
Good to see you. How's the princess doing?
As rambunctious as they could ever be.
She was always my favorite.
She's a bright child.
Behind your leg. Hi. Is that a cookie?
Oh, well, I have one that I specially made for you. Pollinella here made sure that she got the best honey for you, and I give her the biggest cookie in my empty weapon satchel.
What? How big is this cookie?
Probably the size of her face.
You see her eyes get as big as the cookie in a cartoon way as she picks it up, just, wow. Oh my. Okay. Permission to consume, sir? As she looks to you, Briar.
I'm over there like I'm eating a cookie with cookie crumbs on my face. I'm like, okay.
Okay, all right. You both just stare into it. And you see that Ken Blue is looking back like, what? I can't eat. This is so unfair. And you see him like go into a satchel and start eating more rations.
I'm pointing at him like, "Go feed the horses, Blue."
Fine. You see, no valet was offered to them, so they actually have to like do it themselves, and they're actually going to be waiting outside the castle gates for later when you guys decide to make your journey back. Okay, so that is you two. You're chomping on some cookies right now. Back to Belladonna for a second. You're doing your ritual. We'll say about 10 minutes have passed. Is there anything you would like to continue doing before we move on to our final party member?
The last step she would take would be she would do a small prayer with her clasp to her cloak. Just trying to, again, remember the past, trying to focus herself and calm down after the recent dreams. After that, she would make her way back towards more sounds and people, specifically potentially looking for a inn or a place to do border or lodgings.
Yeah, and as you get up to walk away, you see the summoning of those flowers that you planted in this ritual, and you see them reflecting against the water. And go ahead and give me a perception check.
I just have to say the music choice is amazing.
I know.
So I guess it's the first number, so an 8, unless you have advantage.
No, I don't. It's always, yeah, an 8.
Okay, so an 8. You see that it seems like a light breeze goes by, and it seems like the petals get taken off the flowers, and they fall into the river, and they begin to float down, and you can see that there's almost a pattern to the flowers. You can't quite make out what it could say or mean, but you do see that there's some form of odd pattern that doesn't look natural.
I would take note, and I would probably move on because I don't see any pattern that makes logical sense at this time.
Yeah. You climb up back to the floret to this main courtyard, and you can see a couple of inns in this immediate area. You also see in the far distance there's a low bell tolling at this moment as it's just struck noon. And you can see this bell tower, and it seems to be in the shape of a massive moon. It seems to be a chapel of some sort. Pretty small, as there's not too strong of a religious presence in Crocosmia, but you do recognize that to be a temple dedicated to Saloon. And so you hear that bell toll. But you do see a couple of inns that are more onto the main street if you go south.
I think Bella would look towards the chapel for 20 seconds or so, just kind of watching and kind of listening to the echoing of the chime before turning around and heading south towards the inn.
Okay. You head south towards the inn. And we're going to pivot to very far north to the actual castle in Crocosmia, where in the gardens past the castle, which is where Rosio's token is, would you like to describe your character, Pink?
Alrighty. Roseo is a human. He has very brightish pink hair and a pink beard to match. It's kind of like pastel pink. He is a sorcerer, but he's very much tied to nature. And so he's usually just like outside, usually wearing his dark green cloak. What else? He is typically very reserved, just because he doesn't really have many people to talk to. His royal family isn't very fond of him other than his father. So he's not very talkative much.
Yeah. I'll say as you're in this space, you have a brief little memory of walking down the hall of your home of recently, Castle Crestfall in Ambrosia, and you have a brief memory of walking down this hallway and one of your step siblings kind of stops you and talks to you and just kind of says, brother, always taking up space, aren't you? And just like as he says brother, it sounds like it's just ichor in his mouth to even have to say it. This being Oleander Amaryllis, your stepbrother. He talks to you in the hallway, just says some casual, mean things to you.
I do something with the space I take up. What can you say?
Ooh, that's so cold.
Always quick with the word. I'm not sure Mother would like that. And you
yes, run to mommy for defense. Why don't you?
You hear booming down the hallway. That's enough. And your father comes walking down, Artemis Amaryllis. He just goes, Oleander, that's enough. Take a break. Step outside. Do something for once. And he's just like, fine. And he slips back, doing, kind of giving you some stink eye as your father approaches you.
I smirk at him as my father vindicates the words I just said.
I know not why they and your stepmother act so cruel to you, Perhaps the fears of war wear her down. I know it wears her heart heavy, and it's no easy burden she bears, knowing that our citizenship may suffer strife. She has a kind heart, and I don't understand why she cannot show it to you. I am sorry.
I don't blame you, Father. You have nothing to be sorry for. It is they. But I cannot control what they do.
No, but you can control yourself, and you control yourself with great esteem. You do me proud.
Thank you.
And it's not due to my raising. It's all the more impressive. I fear that I am failing both as father and husband by bringing you into our home. But selfishly, I am glad you are here. You remind me.
If it means if we can spend more time together, I'm happy to be here as well. Make up for lost time.
I know the draconic beings may cause discomfort to you, but would you perhaps want to ride Braxio to Crocosmia with your sister? Braxio being one of the youngest of the king's dragons.
Would he have been? So he would have been like just a baby during the attack, right?
Yes. This is a dragon that is able to communicate and has been kind of like a brother to you in a sense, while your step siblings have not been like that at all.
For sure, then. I would be happy to ride him.
Okay. Your sister should join you. Hyacinth. Definitely not Iris. She would not bother. Hyacinth being your youngest step sibling, who is the kindest and very shy into herself, but is just sweet and endearing despite having no reasoning or guide for that type of behavior in her life. It just seems to be in her heart. And so, flash forward, you ride on Braxio, this beautiful young black dragon with this great barding on it that is regal in nature. You can see beautiful gold filigree all over it as it just... And you can see all of Crocosmia beneath you as your younger step sibling rides in your arms. As she just goes, wow, really high. Oh, I'm not used to this. It's kind of cold up here.
It'll be okay. I reassure her that she's not gonna fall, and then I form a firebolt in my hand to help her warm up a bit.
Falling was an option? I didn't know that was an option.
It's not an option. No need to worry.
Okay. And she's maybe like 5 or 6. So you hold her tight, keep her warm with a firebolt, and you land where your token is at on the map, in the background of Crocosmia. You land, it's not weird, people are used to Ambrosia with their tamed dragons, so nobody is too scared as you touch down in the equivalent of a fantasy helipad with this dragon.
I'd love to imagine that there's just luminescent flowers that are like the like symbol things for
yes.
in Arizona.
But instead of an H, it's a D.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I love it, yes.
You guys touch down. Hyacinth is very deep purple hair that she has from her mother. And she has even like purple eyes and just a lot of those dark violet features. And she gets off and kind of like shivers and starts to stretch as you are greeted by a very red-haired individual. This being the Prince of Crocosmia. You see this is... Oh my gosh, so many damn names. You see this is Prince Gladio Crocosmia. A very charming individual. Very like short red hair that's almost in like a buzz cut. He's got a sword at his side. White, very standard kind of noble attire with bits of gold. Seems to have like these floofy kind of pauldrons with like these strings, kind of like a fancy military modern garb. And so he's got this short cropped hair, but a big smile on his face as he sees the both of you. You've maybe interacted with him a handful of times. They've all been positive, but Hyacinth really likes him as a very kind, cool older brother. Much cooler than her older brother, Oleander, that nobody likes, not even himself. So she runs up to him as he just goes, "Oh, hey, hi, nice to see you. Whoa, I didn't expect you guys so soon." As he dips down to a knee and picks up Hyacinth and kind of spins her around, she just goes, "Oh, it's so good to see you." "Ah, it's good to see you too." Puts her down, gives you a nod, goes to shake your hand, Rosio.
I give him a firm handshake. It's always good to see you, Claudia.
You are quite the steward, I hear. Seems like you are doing more and more healing to the local fauna of Ambrosia. Congratulations. It seems you are due for a promotion, it seems. Court wizard, I hear? Coming soon?
Maybe, possibly, hopefully. I try my best to restore the damage, keep nature flowing,
Well,
do my due diligence.
You can show me some of that magic. It's... everybody's got magic these days, and I just... It's not in me, I guess.
More than happy to give you some lessons. If you're willing to try, you're capable of learning.
Very good. Well, I'll let you go. I believe you have important business to do. And you see Hyacinth kind of beams, goes, "Yes, indeed. I'm scheduled to go with Princess Pinea. We're supposed to go to what is it called?" And she goes down to what seems to be like a magical notepad that she pulls out and like summons next to her as she kind of reads it. Pearl Fortress. Okay. Well, can we go find her? I haven't seen her in like months.
For sure. We start making our way towards I forget. I'm so bad with names. I'm trying to write them all down. Princess
Anea.
Arnea.
Yeah, you would know she'd be arising from the main gates due south, so you can start making your way there. Yeah, so you start making your way down. We'll say that you make your way down here. As you're making your way down, we'll cut back to... actually, as we go into this space, I would actually like to ask Dan to hop into Whispers with me.
Sure.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Secrets.
Secrets.
All right, the rest of you hang on for a second and listen to some music. Oh, I haven't used Whispers before. This is the first. You're walking towards this inn, and you walk past a window, and in the reflection, you see Hemlock.
Bella would instantly show signs of terror and spin like fully around. In her hand, she'd be holding Hellfire. She like the emotional response to this situation. Her hand would start glowing in a dark purple and black fire that is just kind of burning her one right hand.
Gotcha. And as the reflection, you kind of shake your head and you have that fire, that internal traumatic response. And you look and it isn't Hemlock. But it looks it looks very similar to Hemlock. Similar features, similar hair. And for your character's knowledge, Pink/Irvine's character, Rosio, has a very striking resemblance to Hemlock.
Okay. At that point, if she clocked, Rosio, she would start to try to follow that person in order to really verify who they are, what's going on. Maybe it's the son of Hemlock and they look very identical. These types of thoughts would start to run through her mind.
Okay. Fantastic. Let's go jump into the
Can
chat then.
I do a stealth check?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, there you go.
Not great. But there's so many people. You do bump into some people. So we'll go back into the game chat.
They have returned.
Welcome back from their secret
Dan's
meeting.
character is dead.
Ah!
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
Crazy.
turned into a murder mystery now.
Yeah. There's a true polymorph spell. They fell into the river, turned into a goldfish, and they are not.
They ate a bad corn dog.
Yeah. So, at this point, you're making your way down, Rosio, and you hear a little bit of a kerfuffle as you turn around and you see it seems like some elven woman has tripped into some people, and you see her start to stumble and fall.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I didn't see. Bella would try to reposition herself and try to take a few steps away.
Like, okay, so like backing up.
Yes.
Are you hurt? There's no need to fear or.
I'm fine. Thank you.
Alright.
You just remind me of someone. Sorry.
No worries. Not to say that I get that a lot, but no worries nonetheless.
You're kind. Too kind.
We'll say at this point
What?
that Melrose and Briar, you all are eating your cookies, and Pinea has only gotten through half of her cookie at this point, and it's been like 5 minutes. She's really working hard.
We're just sitting on a wooden bench in the
Yeah.
middle of the courtyard. We're all eating a cookie. Look.
Yeah, and you see her stand up and then sprint through this street as she sees Hyacinth. As she runs up, Hyacinth, hi! And Hyacinth goes, oh, hi! And a little shy, and almost like she doesn't think that she'll somehow remember her. And you see Pinea goes, what are you acting so shy? Come here, finish this cookie with me. And Hyacinth goes, what? Is it safe for me to eat? What? Is it not poisoned? Why would it be poisoned? No, it's a cookie from Mel right there. And you see Hyacinth kind of looks at it cautiously. Oh, wait. Well, I need to have somebody taste it first to make sure it's poisoned. I'm not allowed to eat things on my own.
Oh my goodness. I not like audibly, but I just like, do the side thing and I'm just like, I'll try it for you guys.
What? Careful. And she looks to you.
I just take a piece and then I'm just like, I eat it and I'm like, see, perfectly fine.
Oh, okay. You sure you're okay?
I'm perfectly fine, Hyacinth. You're free to try the cookie. You're not gonna get hurt.
And then her and Pinea just start tearing into this cookie together that Mel, you provided. And all of you are kind of in the same space. Belladonna, you're free to engage or not. It's entirely up to you as you see these people here. And at this point, all of you are kind of gathered in this space. You can see that there are a couple of farmers that seem to be having a kind of terse conversation. You can see that one is a little more desperate at the south gate. You can see he is tired. It looks like he's been running for a while as he just kind of goes, somebody, somebody please. And he like starts to fall to a knee and collapse. I gotta catch my breath. And he kind of like leans against the castle wall.
God, he's more out of shape than I am. What's going on?
Are you, what's going? I don't even know how to respond to that. This man is struggling.
Briar's just looking at him still eating the cookie, being like, and.
I love that imagery. Oh my god. And your point?
You see this guy talks to a Graminus guard who's by the gate, who's by one of these carriages, and he's just like, please, it seems like there's something in the south. A whole slew of my friends and workers, they gone a little crazy. some budlings seem to be taking over a field to the south.
What?
And he,
Oh dear.
Oh. Bella would walk forward. Budlins. And she would question exactly what is a budland.
you guys would probably know what budlins are. They are little flowery goblin creatures that seem to grow in the earth and be very floral botanical versions of goblins. Budlins seem to be flowerly based and seem to be just as feral, but a little bit weirder. But for your knowledge, they are basically floral goblins.
How many?
How many budlins are we talking about? Like,
Well, you know, they kind
Like,
of
we're talking about
obfuscate themselves.
talking about a patch, we're talking about a grove. What are we?
It's
What is
hard
the
to
size
say.
and disposition?
I would say a patch. A patch of budlins. Well, thank you, sir, for talking to me. Oh, does anybody have some water?
You don't have
I'll-
water, but I've got cookies. They're just as
Oh.
good.
My mouth is
I'll-
so dry,
yeah.
I swear I would choke.
Bella would
Oh.
take out her water
I have-
skin and offer, like she would shape water and have water float from the water skin over to him in front of his mouth.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
No worries. There's a whole river of it right over there. And she'll point to the river.
Oh, you're right. And you see him kind of catch his breath now that you guys have helped him a little bit. I don't know who you all are, but something, I don't know. Some of my folks just seem to have gone a bit crazy. I seem to have ran. You know, call me a begonia if you want, but somebody had to get the news out. And you can see the Graminous soldier kind of stabs his staff to the ground officially and just kind of goes, Sir Melrose, and Sir Briar, I believe this could be a coincidence. I also got a report from a Rosacea soldier who said that the carriage from the south that held the gift from Rosacea, it hasn't arrived yet, and that was due south. Perhaps they have been caught up by these budlins as well.
Mel's features suddenly, like, obviously he has that like resting kind of like cheery look, and suddenly his face kind of like drops and becomes a little bit more stern, and he whispers under his breath, Ari, and he's like, show us to these carriages. We should that's my responsibility. I should go take care of that. Would you? Captain, I know I can trust your expertise. You two, we could use all the hands we could get.
Yeah.
My nephew was in that carriage. Would you mind helping an old man out?
Of course, of course. I look over at Augie and kind of like get him over here, and I'm like,
Yes,
I looked down at Fenny. I'm like, hey kiddo, I gotta go take care of something. I gotta go make sure that something we brought gets here safely. Okay? I don't want you to worry about it. And I'll listen to the old man. And if he gets too loud, just poke him with the stick.
Clop, 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 clop. You see the
I'll be
carriage,
looking after my sister. I can also look after her.
comes around, and you can see that Ken Blue comes around the front gate with the carriage and goes, sir, I'm all stocked up. I got a fresh horse for us. We're ready to take Pinea to the fortress.
I look over at Kin Blue and what was it, Papacio?
Papacio, yes, he's sitting next to him.
Papacio.
Full-on pomp.
Papacio. I look at him and I look at him with just the cold, hard look of a seasoned leader. I'm like, make sure she stays safe. Get her to the castle. No silly business. You understand me?
Of course, sir.
And I look at him, and that seriousness kind of drops a little bit, and I kind of pat both of them on the shoulders. I'm like, "You're good lads."
You see they bring this carriage around, and you see Pinea kind of looks to you. We can ride for a little bit together. I think we can all fit. All of you are welcome. I want you to go help those people. It should do everybody good. That's your princess's orders.
I look at her, and I kind of like straighten up a little bit, and I kind of give her kind of a commanding, like, even though I know you're like 10 years old and we are like the bestest of buddies, I still gotta, respect the rank and be like, yes, princess.
And you see she looks to Mel and just points to you and just goes, "Give me more cookies for the road."
Oh, wow.
Gladly. There's plenty more where these came from. I hand her the cookies and straighten up, and then I settle in. I'm like, okay, well, time to find my nephew then.
Okay. Yeah, and we'll say all of you are free to get in this carriage. It's pretty tight with all of you. And we'll say that Pinea looks to you, Belladonna, and just goes, "Are you coming with too? You're more than welcome. I think they could use the extra help. My friend here," pointing to Briar, "he's capable, but he is old."
Hello, not that old. Like in my mid-30s, youth of life,
Youth of life.
just living. You guys just picture Briar, like, he's still wearing his armor, but like the top of it, but he's also wearing like Hawaiian shorts, and he's like, vacation.
Vacation.
Love it.
Wonderful.
Bella would look towards the very lively group of people and listening specifically for key titles and so forth. "I'm always willing to hail, so sure." And she will walk towards the carriage if there is room to also
there's
travel
definitely
with the group.
You're sitting next to a princess of Ambrosia, Hyacinth, who's sitting next to Romeo, and then Pinea, and then the old man is also kind of sitting, trying to get in between Pinea and anyone else, just to like keep her safe. Just like, I'm sorry, Hyacinth. I know you are the best of friends, but this is my duty. I need to keep her safe. You could be dangerous. And you see that Hyacinth gets really small, like, "Oh yeah, I understand."
I look over at Hyacinth and I wink at her. I'm like, he's playing with the kid.
I am not.
As soon as Belladonna sees the Princess of Ambrosia, she would try to use prestidigitation to change her brooch in subtle ways to try to change the crest itself.
Yeah. Well, what does it look like as you transform it?
So instead of it being a swamp tree with various dark purple roses made of onyx throughout it, she would instead change it to the coloration of the roses would turn dark red, and instead of it being a very dark copper colored brooch itself, she would transmute that coloration just through illusion-based prestidigitation into something that is more silver-based. So still looking like of a noble house, but more like one that people may not recognize, at least at first glance, unless they truly want to investigate and beat a DC check.
Gotcha. Absolutely. For sure. And she's not really paying too much attention, and she's also 5 and hasn't been taking her history lessons too seriously. And so you do that currently.
I wonder, could I make a check to see if I would catch that?
Yeah, I would say we'll do actually passive insight, a thing very rarely used, but I mean, it would definitely apply in this situation.
I have a.
Yeah. I've got a 16 passive insight.
Got a 13.
16. So go ahead and give me. I'll allow you either to do a deception, Arcana or sleight of hand check, Belladonna.
I think in this current moment that due to her anxiety, she would probably pick something with a negative. So let's do Arcana.
I love the self-nerf.
No, she fails.
Yeah. So I would say that, Mel, you do pick this up, and you do see that little magic. The magic goes off, but I would say that passive insight, you definitely catch it being cast. I wouldn't say you saw what it was before, but you did see that incantation.
Gotcha.
So you are aware of that, and anybody else with a passive insight higher than 9 would catch that as well. But again, you would just see the movement of spell casting, not necessarily, what it was before, and those very clear details. With that, you all in this tight carriage make your way south into the fields. After a while, there's... Oh, go ahead.
Before we get on the carriage, I would have just yelled back to the... What's the representative from Noctabella again? What's his name?
Helfridi.
Helfridi. I would have just yelled to him. I'm like, Helfridi, I may be late to the Concord. Gotta take care of business, Try not to be a thorn in everyone's arse, as you usually are. And then I run into the carriage and hop away.
You see him start to make a retort, but then you can't even hear it, and you just hear him like start to yell louder so he could have the last word. And you're like, motherfucker! Yes, you've given the biggest disservice to a very insufferable person, not letting them have the last word. And as you begin to write out, you begin to see that the celebration is starting to begin. You can see that it's a very long, arduous thing where there's a lot of listing of names, and you can see that the Prince Gladio of Crocosmia is now on a partition, kind of standing, and begins to address crowds of people. And you can see there are like hundreds of people in this floret, this massive courtyard, in all these different spaces. And you can see magically the prince is being transfused on the different fountains throughout the city, and his message is being read out loud to everyone. And you can see organized troops of people. Not necessarily they are soldiers, but the young adults closest of age that would fill the ranks of the army, and representing the ancestors to past. So you can see them like holding portraits of great grandfathers and grandmothers who fought. And you can see them organized by country. So you can see a group of Graminus, you can see a group of Crocosmia, a group of... the Ambrosia squad isn't there. There's a couple of people, but they are focused on defending themselves from the Wyvern Lord threat, so they did not choose to join the ceremony in this moment. And then there is a squadron of Begonia soldiers as well there. And so you see them start to gather up as the Prince Gladio just starts to say, thank you to everybody for coming and things like that, as he begins to list off a series of names of people who fought and families and stuff. So as you're exiting, that is happening. And we will move on south. At this point, we hit a crossroads, and you can see one road heads towards Fortress Pearl, where Hyacinth and Pinea are expected to go, and they will be guarded by a handful of the Bloomvale Wardens that are part of Briar's troop. Also, there seems to be a carriage behind that is following you all that seems to be full of Ambrosia soldiers that are clearly here to protect Hyacinth. And everything's peaceful. They trust you all to take care of her, but they're still a contingent that is like further behind that have just been following from a distance. And so, do you all get out and start heading down the other crossroads towards the area where it's believed that the Rosacea carriage and the southern Budlands are?
Yeah.
Briar steps off, looks at his compatriot, gives them a nod, looks over at the princess, gives her a nod, and just, sets on to the task.
Yeah. You can see it's the old man flanked by a princess on each side as he's trying to stop them from eating so many cookies. He's just like, "You're going to get an upset tummy. What are you doing? Stop eating so many cookies. I am not like the captain. I am first in command. I am in control of this carriage now." And you can see Pine just goes, "Shut up. No, stand down, sir." And he goes, "Yes, princess." And immediately sits down. As they ride off, Hyacinth gives you a big hug. Rosio just goes, I'll see you sometime soon, okay?
Alrighty. Be good and stay safe.
Fantastic. So the
I think
four
as
of you...
I'm getting As I'm getting off the carriage, I balance myself on my staff and I motion for Belladonna. I'm like, "Give me a hand, would you, dearie? My knees aren't what they used to be."
Of course. She would approach and attempt to assist you off the carriage.
Oh, thank you, dearie. Where did you say you were from again?
The wilds mostly. I'm not much of a city person, if you know what I mean.
I'm stuck in the city nowadays, but I used to be a wild man myself too.
You know, I used to be from a city too, long time ago. I just like being alone more nowadays. You know, peace and solitude.
I second that. Well, grateful for your assistance.
I'm very interested to see what all this kind of entails. To be very honest, I'm not much one for adventure, but I'll do my best.
That bee gift is quite the work of art, if I say so myself. Hopefully, it hasn't been tampered with. I can show you all how lovely our bees are. As I start walking forward.
Yeah, we need that honey because how else are we gonna make, the ale, the honeyed ales?
There you go.
Just
Captain always knew what he was talking about.
It's very valuable, and we can't lose that economic value of the honeyed ales. Economic value.
How much does the honeyed ale sell for? What's the return on profit?
I was about to ask the same thing, to be honest.
I'm not much of an economics man. I'm more of a man of action and man of drinking on occasion, but it's on occasion. Hey, look, a trail!
And as you walk forward, I'll move you to the field. And you see this field that has a bunch of hay bales, and you can see a cart that doesn't seem damaged or attacked anything. And you don't see any people at this distance as it's kind of obfuscated by a lot of hay, and you can't quite see around the base of it, but you do see the cart. Let me change the map. Let me double check the tokens are right. Okay. And at this point, as you all are walking on this trail, as the best of friends can be, even though it's only been 2 minutes of knowing each other, why don't we go ahead and take our break?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll take a 10-minute break. Yes, welcome back, everybody. Okay. Let's swap the music up a little bit.
I love that my character reflects my actual life by having a ridiculously long name. I feel like it's just about as long as my actual name is.
Love it.
Well, Rosio, as you're walking down the street, you wonder, how did I get here? Why do I keep ending up with the weirdest jobs and positions? The queen has made you clean the hallway sometimes when the king has been away, and stuff like that, and it just feels like another random odd job you just got to get through. But you weren't raised as royalty. This is something that you're used to the common man's work. You have some calluses here and there, so you don't shy from it, but it feels weird considering your stewardish status.
Yeah. Oh well. That's what magic is for. I'm glad I have the prestidigitation spell. Helps cleaning. Helps getting tasks done.
Well, the four of you walk up to this space. You can see a handful of completely knocked unconscious, like peasants, basically, just some common folk.
Oh my.
They are fully unconscious in or around like these hay bales, just kind of dotted around. There's just a couple. They don't seem like they've been like stabbed or anything like that. You can see like their pockets are like emptied, seemingly like they've been searched, but they look like kind of asleep and like dazed for the most part, as they just kind of lay in amongst these hay bales that are kind of in this space. It seemed like they're in the middle of harvesting this space, and then had to stop. It seems like they were loading up a cart, looking to bring it to the festival as kind of like various seating arrangements. People use hay bales as mazes and seating, so you can see that they were about to haul these to Crocosmia, but it looks like they won't be doing that right now. Mel, go ahead and give me a perception check, and everybody can go ahead and give me a perception check.
Boy.
Ooh,
Oh my.
our first natural. Congratulations.
Yep. We're getting it out at the beginning.
Leading heart.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
3 last names and 1 last name. You want one
Honestly,
more?
man.
Get married and add another dash.
Honestly, yeah.
Rosie
That's
O'Fruity,
honestly what
Rose.
my goal.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Last
Yeah.
name collector.
Looking at this space, Captain Briar, you have a little bit of a hay fever. Despite being somebody from Gramunus, you would think you would be immune to this, but this is a different area. You're not native to this space, so like the allergies are different, and you're like, motherfucker.
Oh, come on, seriously? But I got cuts back to like a 10-year-old Briar, like at like the local druid, and it's just some crazy old coot in the forest. Like, just love yourself in butter; it will help the hay fever. I'm like, all right.
All right, Uncle.
This is weird, but all right.
I'm sure it myself.
Yeah, Note to self: stop seeing crazy forest uncle.
And Mel being like, have you tried butter?
Yeah, I was gonna say this. Did you just say butter?
Oh, was I disassociating out loud? Sorry. It's the war stress. It affects you.
Butter is all I say as I look at him questioningly. More butter. Okay.
More butter?
Sometimes there are very odd remedies to various ailments. And when you live alone, you can really find out exactly what'll work.
Oh, it seems like this one has a handful of experience. I might have to learn some tips and tricks from you, Miss Belladonna.
Likewise.
Please just call me Bella. Bella Hart.
Bella Hot.
Bella.
And as you walk down the road with your perception checks, Captain Briar, you're sneezing, distracting everybody around you, but everybody else gets a good look. I'll say that Belladonna and Mel, you're having this brief conversation, and you look towards the hayfield, and you can see the cart. Mel, so you see the gilded cart that should hold your queen bee and should hold your nephew. You don't see either. You would see a huge swarm of worker bees following the cart, because you just have a little beautiful little like throne for the queen bee, and all the other worker bees just kind of follow behind in this massive hive, and you don't see that hive at all, but you do see the chariot is there. With that 24 from Rosio, we'll say you guys walk up to the like edge over here, and you get a little closer. Rosio, as you get a little closer, you can see signs of magic in the air with a 24. And it's interesting as you bring up prestidigitation. You can almost smell that simple incantation reeking from the wind from this hayfield.
There's magic afoot. I can smell it.
My nephew, I think Mel, his eyebrows are furrowing, he's visibly stressed. Olenella is like gritting about him, like bumping into him. I'm like, we'll find him. We'll find him. He's a big boy. He knows how to take care of himself.
I'd say, should we go search the cart for any signs or any clues? Anything?
I'd be
to tell us what
careful.
happened?
I would err on the side of caution.
I would agree. Caution would be the key, but we do
Yeah.
need to take a look and see what happened.
Let me see if I can help. And Bella will give a flick of her hand, and a owl would appear as her familiar would essentially become summoned from an extraplanar dimension, pocket dimension. Her owl would be very dark, with the tips of the feathers themselves being a dark purple, the eyes pure milky white, as it's a small just barn owl essentially that kind of resembles, if you were looking at it in the right light, almost as if it was the flower belladonna itself.
Oh, what a beautiful creature you've got there.
Thanks. It comes in handy. I like to call them shade.
Beautiful owl.
Thank you. And I would then flick shade towards the cart as you see Bella's emerald glowing green eyes all of a sudden shift to this milky white color. I would then attempt to perceive through my owl to see what I can see over by that cart as it does like a giant overhead.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage because your owlness with the owl stat block.
So plus 3, so 13.
13. A 13, it can see the cart for sure, and intermixed around the hay, you can see like the tracks. It looks like it went off course in this space. It's a 13 because it added the 2d20 together to get that 14. Yeah, so you see the cart. What you see are imprints in the hay from a top-down view. You can see that the hay is pressed down, almost as if, there was something there before, but then is no longer there. So you can see like imprints in the hay in like these spaces where I'm pinging on the map. So it sees that.
I don't see. I'll say I don't. I don't see nothing hiding in the hay, but something was there, and I'll then come back out of it and wait to see what my compatriots do.
Which direction did the imprints? Did they look like footprints?
Yeah, was
You
there any...
can't quite see from this distance, and especially with the owl being, getting a top-down view. It can basically see like a cornfield where there's like patches that are just imprinted down, but it can't see individual like footprints and stuff like that from that height. I will say, also, Rosio, you had such a crazy high roll that you do see some bundles of hay, like, twitch.
Oh. Yeah, there's something definitely in the hay over there. I definitely just saw something move.
Okay.
And I don't think hay typically twitches like that.
Which one? Which one moved?
Did I specifically see one move? Or, like, was it just, like... Which one was
Go
it?
ahead and give me a additional perception check.
Can I give that back?
Nice.
Oh, you don't need it.
A 20. Okay. Let me put these on the map. So you can see all of these bales of hay. And you can see that you noticed this one right here that I'm pinging. If you can see my ping, seems to have twitched with that 20.
Fascinating. I let everyone know that this one over here is the one that I saw twitch. Is it like? Do I notice that like is it just like hay normally, like just laying down as if like trying to pretend to be like normal hay, or is it like, a bale of hay or something like that?
It looks like bundled up hay, but you could see that one specifically did move in a way that was seemingly against the wind in a moment.
Mm.
And it's all like solid soil, like just gentle ground beneath us.
Yeah.
Yes.
How?
I would have Belladonna slowly approach to where my 15-point marker is, and she would outstretch a hand, and I would cast Mold Earth underneath that bale of hay, carving the ground from under it 5 feet.
Okay.
Okay, and depositing it where?
To the towards me, so that way if something is within the bale of hay, it's going to have a obstacle or a wall of 5-foot soil to climb over, if there is something there.
As Belladonna does that, I follow up and use Druidcraft to kind of blow the hail off of away.
Okay, so Bella, you're moving there. Rosio, you're using Druidcraft. Anything from Mel in this immediate moment?
I think I am caught up in thinking about my nephew and what could have been happening to him. And if there's something here that messed with my nephew, I'm ready to fuck them up.
Oh my.
Okay. And then
Grandpa's getting serious.
Anything from Briar in this moment?
Yeah, Briar will just kind of move up, and he'll go ahead and he'll unhook his axe off his belt and sling his shield out, and look at the group and just kind of nod and just be like, I'm ready for it if it goes sideways. So you can count on me.
Would you like to move yourself?
Yes, I'm gonna move up there.
Okay. So Bella, you cast Mold Earth, and Rosio, you can a Druidcraft, and so you just see what looks like a massive turnip, like a green turnip with a full-on troll hair that is like the hay. So the hay fully uproots, and it's basically troll hair to this budlet. As you see, it is just thrust out onto the ground, and it just goes as it just screeches and then tries to dive away into the hay over here.
Well, that was interesting.
You get back here! Where is my nephew? And I start walking towards it.
And as you walk that way, Mel, I'm going to need all of you to roll initiative.
Oh shit!
No. Doesn't it feel like this is a setup?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I
man.
do have an initiative tracker.
I'm gonna use
Let me use
Lucky to reroll that real quick. Okay, I'll take that. A 13.
0.000000001.
Yeah, what's with the decimals?
I should
Yeah. I have Tiebreaker. It's something that you can activate to try and get ahead of because most DMs don't use Tiebreaker mode, so if you roll the same initiative as me, I get ahead of you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's a cheap trick.
Alright.
Cheating!
Yeah, well, I will take every
Jesus.
advantage I can get.
At 13,
everybody.
I rerolled with Lucky. Actually, 11 is fine. I'm gonna just not even reroll.
Let me roll for hay. Oh, a natural 19 for the hay.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Some
Hey, hey,
Feisty.
hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Calm the fuck down.
That works. I am going to need everybody to give me wisdom saving throws.
I'm
Is
not wise.
Is this a charming effect
No.
or sleep? Okay.
Oh shit. Are you kidding me? That's another natural one.
Oh my god! Getting them out of the way early.
Yeah, you gotta get them out early.
Yeah.
Okay, Mel, I will have to ask you to make a second one.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
But you're very wise, so should be okay.
Well,
Okay.
Oh,
I am
well,
an
I
old
mean,
man, though.
with
I am an
these-
old man. I can only hold up so much.
Mel is just
Actually,
standing in
I
the
think-
middle.
I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration to reroll that. Why not? Okay, that was useless.
We are level 1. The DC is not that high. So
Okay.
Mel, you pass, and
Okay.
Rosio, you pass as well, just barely.
Yay.
But Bella and Briar, you are currently
boy.
under the confusion spell.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
As
Oh,
these
no.
goblins pop out.
Am I gonna like slap and then I'm gonna like slap myself in the same turn?
Potentially.
Hurt
you
yourself
see-
in his confusion.
This budlin, this little goblin creature with this hay for hair, pops out and just starts spraying all of this pollen in your face with this cone as it gets into your eyes, and you begin to sneeze, and your vision goes bleary, and you are just completely out of sorts. And as Rosio, you shake out of it, you can see these other passed out peasants and farm hands that seem to have been affected by this and caught in this trap, and knocked themselves out. So Briar and Bella are both confused, so we'll get to what happens then. These other two are going to move, and they're going to do some ranged attacks. This one's going to move over here and take a ranged attack at Mel. And the other one's going to take a ranged attack at Rosio as it moves over here. Okay, so let me go ahead. Oh, let me change the music too. It's some Zelda.
Ooh.
Plants, can we not be friends?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me make these ranged attacks.
But friendship though?
On Mel, it's a natural 2, so that's going to miss. But on Rosio, it is going to be a 17 to hit. This pollen pot shot that it shoots at your face.
I am going to shield that.
Okay, so
Oh.
it misses.
Yes.
As a bonus action, these two that popped up are going to hide. So they are going to roll stealth checks.
Whips.
They both succeed. The DC 15, so you see these two completely disappear and look to be another one of these hay bales. You don't know which one, but they are one of them, as you just see hair moving. So you see these hay bales to the north and south. One of them, each has a little gremlin in it. The other two use their full action to do this pollen burst, and they failed their stealth check to try and hide. This one's going to run away a little bit and just go over here. Okay, that takes us to Briar. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
D10. Let's find the dice. D10. Where are you? Here you are. And roll. It's gonna be a 7 whenever it settles.
Okay, you need to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within reach, which looks like it's going to be Belladonna. Or
Oh,
Rosio,
shit.
so go
I'm
ahead.
too squishy.
I'm
Oh,
gonna roll a
boy.
D4. On a 1 to 2, it's Rosio. On a 3 and 4, it is Bella. I'll roll this above board. It's a 1, so it's gonna
No!
be Rosio.
Oh.
He did cast shield,
You
so
got shield. You got shield.
Yeah. This.
True, but still no.
Oh, you are in so much luck. It's only a 9. It's a whiff.
At this point, Briar, you hadn't even really unsheathed this sword. Like, you had your axe out, but like as the pollen hit you in the face, you dropped it. You pull out this long sword, and it's not even unsheathed. You go to whack Rosio with like the full-on sheathed sword, and you just bonk him on the shoulder as you reflect it with your shield.
Sorry.
Regain your composure, my friend.
Wouldn't you happen to have a Zyrtec? Or maybe a Benadryl?
Briar, that is going to be the end of your turn. Go ahead and give me another wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom saving throw. Oh my god, that was almost another 1. 14.
Okay, that passes. You snap out of it. You're no longer confused. That takes us to Rosio. What are you doing? I guess before we do that, Briar, you see yourself with a sheathed longsword bouncing off of Rosio's shield. How do you react?
I kind of look at him and I'm like, I am so sorry.
No harm, no foul.
I turn the opposite way, and I'm like the grit and hit, like he's just grinding his teeth, being like, I'm pretty sure this guy's gonna be like some kind of top level administrator, and it's gonna be bad if he remembers this.
I try my best to reassure him, but he's clearly having a moment.
That takes us to your turn.
Alrighty, I am going to... cast Mage Armor on myself. Because I am squishy.
Okay.
So that raises my DC to 16. My AC to 16. And then I am going to... Ooh. No, I'm just gonna run behind the people with weapons. I'm a caster. I'm better from the back lines.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Pink. That takes us to Bella. Go ahead and roll me a d10. 7. You also make a melee attack. And the only person within range is Briar. Briar, you're just coming out of this confusion, and you see this person through your hazy eyes, just this country elf go to take a swing at you. So go ahead and give me a attack roll with a staff or whatever melee weapon you have.
So you want me to use an, like, I'll pull a dagger then, and I'll take attack.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
A 22!
Oh shit.
Briar, you get stabbed!
Oh fuck!
Oh my!
Oh no! Oh.
Even
boy.
Mage Armor shield wouldn't have helped.
Okay.
Nope.
You have a crazy AC, too.
Yeah, that... By 2, he beat it by 2. I have a 20 AC.
Holy shit.
Okay, Bella, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to prick you.
Oh, God.
no!
You are still confused. Okay. That takes us to Mel. You have these 2 budlens in front of you, and 2 that seem to have hidden, and you know they're one of these bales of hay around you, but you don't know which one.
Gotcha. Would it take my action to try to see them, or is there like a check I could do before that, or?
Not at all. If you want to do a perception check, you totally can.
Oh, I gladly will. Okay.
Yes, the one to the north you can see is right here.
Gotcha. And sorry, the ones that were in front of me before, are they still kind of generally in the same position?
Yes.
Gotcha.
They're
So I
still
think
kinda
something-
like in the ground a little bit, like they're partially buried, but you can see there's little goblin heads sticking out, covered with this hay hair.
Gotcha. I think something darkens in Mel's eyes. The cheery crow's feet turn downwards into more of a grimace, and I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna feel my stinger!" And I slam my honey dipper down into the ground and cause the haystacks that they're in to like twist around them as I cast Entangle. So I'll cast it. Let's see, I'll cast it. So it's 20-foot cube. So that way and that way. Did you want me to do a like the to make it here squares? Oh,
Not on
me
top of us, please. Damn, that's 20 feet is big.
why is it doing? Oh, it's do from edge, all right. Corner. There we go.
Okay, so you can get. Is it a? Yeah, so it's a cube. So yeah, you can get those two that you can see right there. So I'll roll
Perfect.
some dex saves. I believe
Perfect.
it's a dex save.
Strength save. Sorry.
Strength save. Well, I'll use their roll, which would make it even worse. So instead of a +2, it's a -1. So that takes it to a 6 and a 5. They are definitely entangled.
Hell yeah. And then I, as I slam my honey dipper down into the ground, it starts shimmering with this like golden honey light. And I will step myself. I will move towards this one right here. That's my turn.
Okay. That takes us to top of the round with the with the Budlins. These two that are entangled, they're still. What is the actual effect? Are they? Is it just like? Are they grappled?
Restrained, I think.
Oh,
So
shoot.
plants turn into difficult terrain. Each creature other than you must succeed strength. Restrained until the spell ends. Can take an action to make a strength check against my spell save DC.
Okay, they will really struggle to beat that. This other Budlin is going to run up. It hasn't used its pollen nose, so it's going to creep up next to you all. And I need Briar and Rosio to give me wisdom saving throws.
Oh boy. I know what feat I'm taking. That's a 10.
Same, twinsies.
Alright.
Both of you fail and are confused. These guys
Oh,
don't do any damage. They just rely on you guys to do it to yourselves. As this one cackles as it
Can
runs
I
up.
roll that with
Yeah.
Lucky?
Go ahead.
Please save me, Luck. Oh, sorry, you.
This
Luck said,
no.
did use all of its movement to get up to here, so it is still there. These other ones are entangled. They're going to take attacks at disadvantage, so they're going to do. It seems to be Mel is the only one not confused, so you're going to throw 2 attacks at disadvantage at you. Yeah, so that's going to miss with a 7, and then that one's going to be a 14.
Which misses.
Okay, and this last one is in front of you, Mel. You've dealt with, these are weeds to you, you know? They're nothing to you. This last one's going to make an attack roll with its bramble slash. That's going to be a 24.
Oh my god.
Oh, that hits.
So you take 4 points of damage.
Gotcha.
Oh.
As a reaction, I will throw some pollen back into its face and cast Eye Burn. So that's your Constitution saving throw. If it fails, blinded, success. I don't think that's gonna make any difference. So basically, just if it fails.
Pocket sand.
It got a 17, so it will succeed, I imagine?
Yes, yeah, that's a save.
It would, because you reacted to this attack roll, it would, regardless if it's saved, it still rolls a 1d4 to subtract from the attack roll. So let me see, what is your AC?
It is 17.
Okay, so it won't matter, it still hits. So yeah, you take those 4 points
Yeah.
of damage. Okay. That is all these goblins. This one is going to take the disengage action away from you, Mel, and then run over here. But that's its bonus action. It can't hide. That takes us to Briar. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
D10.
No.
It's being, at least it's being consistent. It's growing. It's an 8.
Okay. Go ahead. Do you have a weapon with reach?
Not equipped. No.
Never mind. Then it's going to be Bella or Rosio. So I'm going to roll a same D4. 1 or 2 is Rosio. 3 and 4 is Bella. Go ahead and make an attack roll with an 8.
Okay.
It's a 3, so it's going to be Bella this time. You're both confused, just whacking at each other. Neither of you are conscious as to what is happening.
That's a 22 to hit.
Roll your damage.
That hits.
Holy mama.
Ow!
That is 7 points of slashing damage.
Thank God it wasn't me.
And all of this is non-lethal. Absolutely. You're just kind of bonking each other, like confusedly slapping each other on the head and stuff. So yeah, Bella, you take 7 points of damage. Rosio, go ahead and roll me a d10, and then Briar, give me a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
6.
You save.
Nice.
Rosio,
I look at
with a 6, this creature doesn't move or take actions this turn. So you don't hit anyone, you just stand there dazed and confused. What are you thinking about as you're kind of going through this acid trip?
Why? Where? What is even happening?
You see this
I don't
bubbling
need
is
the
looking
north.
at you, pointing and laughing, and on its face you see Oleander, your shitty step brother, just laughing at you.
The
Wasted
resemblance is
space.
uncanny. Still more useful than you.
Okay, wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
Please. Oh, thank God.
Yep, you save. Bella, give me a d10.
Rosio snaps out of his confusion.
5. Creature does not move or take actions this turn. Give me a wisdom saving throw at the end. Yep, that passes. Okay, Mel, it is your go. As
Alrighty.
these two are entangled, and everybody is visible at this point. But you see all your compatriots are just doing Three Stooges pranks to each other, slapping each other in the face.
Oh, it's always up to the old man, isn't it? Pick yourselves up, come on! And is there any one of these who hasn't used their pollen spray yet?
No, they all used it at this point.
I'll use it. Perfect. I will then just run after this one and bonk it on the head.
Okay.
All right. Stop messing with these people. That's 13 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Nice. And then that is 8 force damage.
8 force damage. It is on death's door. Couldn't be
So
more close to death's door.
uh,
Okay.
that's perfect.
That is Mel's go. That takes us to top of the round. These guys. I'm gonna roll a d6 to see if one of them gets their thing back.
Oh
They
no.
rolled a 2. It's a recharge. Level 1 recharge abilities. Yeah, they do not get it back. Their breath pollen weapon. These two are going to take attacks at disadvantage on Mel since you're conscious. So we'll see what happens. Not likely to hit. That's a 14. That'll miss. Next one's a 5. That'll miss. This one in front of you is going to do another bramble slash. Flat roll. 7. That'll miss. And this last one is going to see that Rosio has snapped out of confusion and is going to just take a slap at you with its bramble
How dare
slash.
you?
That's going to be a 21 to hit.
God damn!
4 points of damage.
Kitty's
It would
gloves
not
are off.
even matter. You could not even see me. Holy shit, what are you made of?
It's-
We're gonna have to play these side characters by the end of this.
Okay, Rosio, so you take those 4 points of damage.
Yep.
This other one is going to try and disengage from you, Mel, again, and then it runs into the entanglement. Would it make a save if it's already existing there?
I don't think so. I think it's just difficult terrain.
Okay.
But for the duration, when you cast the spell, so it's just difficult terrain. Yeah.
Okay. It is going to use its burrow speed and just pop into the ground where just the hay is sticking out. You can still attack it, but it will be at disadvantage as you only have the stalk sticking out. So you could try to poke its head, but it is basically underground. This other one next to you, Rosio, is going to go ahead and disengage and run back over here, and it doesn't have enough movement to burrow into the ground. That takes us to Briar. You're no longer confused, finally. You see Bella is... Oh, Bella, did you make a wisdom saving throw? Yeah, I think all of you saved.
Yes. I do believe
Yes,
we
so
did.
all of you are no longer confused. So that takes us to Briar. Your turn. You are wounded. You see Bella is wounded. You don't know what's happened, but everybody is stabbed, damaged, and confused as you all snap out of it. Your turn.
Briar just has this look of confused. He's just like, what is going on? And then he just kind of like, he's like, focus yourself. And he looks and sees one of the bubblins, and he's like, he takes his sword and he's like, you. And he just kind of strodes over here. And he's gonna just raise his sword and just be like, and release.
At advantage, since they are restrained.
Oh Jesus! So let's re-roll that. So I got does a 13 hit?
13 will hit.
Awesome. So he will take. That is 7 points of slashing damage. And the next attack he makes, because of my longsword mastery ability, Sap, is at disadvantage until my next turn.
Okay, anything else?
Nope, that's pretty much it right now.
Level 1 characters. Rosio, you come out of this confusion and you see that goblin, Budlin, hops away over this fence, and the image of your stepbrother's face disappears, but you can swear like there's an uncanny resemblance as you come out of this confusion. What are you doing?
Like, wow, uncanny resemblance. It's incredible. And I'm just like, I'm gonna enjoy doing this a bit too much. And then I cast Sorcerer's Burst at it.
Okay.
The catharsis is gonna be amazing. Actually, I'm going to activate my innate sorcery before I cast. Giving me advantage. I forgot I got that at level 1.
Nice.
So I will attack at this one with advantage. Sorcerer's Burst. Does a 25 hit?
A 25 will definitely hit.
Possible.
Stupid plant.
How'd this work? I nuked it from orbit.
And then did mid damage. One. Total of 1.
A single point. Unfortunate. Anything else on your turn?
No.
It's that scene from Iron Man 2. He shoots that little rocket. He's like, Hammer Tech? Hammer Tech.
All that amazing attack roll to just roll.
Okay. Bella, it is your go. You've been stabbed. You've stabbed somebody, so it's kind of, even at this point. What are you doing?
Bella would look towards every single moblin that is here. Would I see the one that jumped into the ground that Mel was attacking?
Yes. You can see just the tip of its head.
Okay. Bella would outstretch her hand, and glowing from it would be a dark purple and black fire. I have had enough of you, and she'll point towards the moblin by Mel. and you guys will see that entire space within a 5-foot cube fill up with this black, necrotic, and purple flame as she casts Hellfire.
Ooh,
Terrifying.
oh, that's the spirit.
Don't hurt the plants, please.
Charisma save? What is Hellfire? What book is that
Ooh.
from?
Illrigger.
Fun.
Okay. Well, they're definitely gonna fail with a -1.
No
Charisma modifier.
Riz.
So yeah, they fail. So
We got
they
him
take. It looks like 8.
4.
8
No
damage.
Riz having plants.
Okay, 8 points of damage. You see this thing, it's like, you can't speak Goblin, but you imagine it saying, I'm so safe down here in the dirt. You can't get me. No, nobody can get me. And it's just like, gets spit out like a zit. Just like, pushed out from the sides with this hellfire that just consumes it as it just screeches in pain. It had already been damaged by Mel. So Bella, how do you want to do this?
Oh.
I would like the flame to wither this plant goblin from the inside out, as I suck all the moisture from its very core and being. It will smolder and become blackened into nothing but a charred husk of what it once was.
The first casualty in the Wilting Wars. And it is very on point as this flower wilts to ash and nothing. Fantastic. Anything else on your turn?
Yes. Bella would slowly start making her way a little bit further back, because she also likes being far away.
Yes. Kindred spirit, I see.
Okay, that takes
And
us
then-
to Mel.
Terrifying, but it did a good job. Inspired by Bella's ferocity, I will run towards this unentangled one right here and start bonking it as well.
Okay. Give it a
Bonk.
bonk.
Heal, stinger. Let's do this. All right.
Excuse me, sir. Do you unga the bunga?
All right. So that's 6.
Oh,
Those
jeez.
So what's the total? Is it 6?
6. Yeah, I don't know why it always rolls both. So basically, I can do either the weapon damage or force damage, but it rolls both damage types for some reason. So it's always just going to be the first roll as
Okay.
force.
6 points of damage. It's still standing, technically.
Good.
You could see its little like hair is like flopping over to the side, clearly outmatched. As you can see, it puts its hands up, and you can see it's like trying to charge that pollen burst to try and get you confused. The most common folk fall to that trick so easily, but you all seem a little bit too sturdy. And Mel, you're used to stuff like this, so okay, that takes us
Just another day of whack-a-mole.
the sweet little budlins. This one that are entangled, they do have a burrow speed, and now that they're trying to like throw the stuff, they're actually going to burrow underground and try to burst out of the entanglement, which won't break it on its own, but I will give them advantage on their athletics check, which they have -1 on. So 2d20, 18 would be a 17. So what's your spell save DC?
That's 15. So that's 6.
Okay, and the other one gets a 2. So one is still entangled, but the one next to Briar pops up over here, and it is going to bonus action hide under the ground.
Like an opportunity attack as he like pops up.
It's not leaving your space technically, as it went
Okay.
from in front of you to beneath you to still within
Okay.
5 feet of you. The ground at your feet kind of ruptures, and it gets a nat 20 on its stealth check. So it will have
Okay.
advantage on its
20.
attack roll.
But that'd be negated because he has disadvantage until my turn coming up.
Fantastic. So flat roll. 10. That'll miss. You see it comes up behind you, silent as a whisper, no noise, and you just hear the silent little dink as a little bit of like vine hits your armor.
I'll hug you.
Oh no! You swear you hear. The other
Yeah.
one used its action, and that is all they can do. This one next to Mel is nearly dead. It is going to. It's really scared of Mel because you've been popping people like whack-a-moles. So you've been chasing around. It's going to run to Rosio, and it'll take a disengage bonus action, and then it will take a attack against you. Flat roll, an 8, so that'll miss as Rosio, this thing runs up to you. That takes us to Briar. You feel this little tink to the back of you. What do you do?
I just turn around and I'm just like, you tried. As I bring my long sword up and I just kind of like really quickly across its like a diagonal slash where he kind of just falls down and like he takes a second and he just kind of slides in pieces, if you catch my drift.
Beautiful.
I hit him with the flat of the blade. I bonk him. There's a 7 to hit.
A 7 will miss.
Ugh.
Anything else on your turn?
No. I got nothing else right now.
Captain, we seriously need to get you some butter. Those allergies are bad.
I'm gonna need a lot of butter.
That takes us to Rosio. Your go.
Alrighty. I am going to. It is in range. Okay. Actually, wait, I'm just gonna cast Sorcerer's Burst, and it'll be a flat roll because I have advantage from innate sorcery, but it's at melee range.
Go ahead and roll.
Does it
Nice.
18?
Indeed, that'll hit.
4 fire damage.
Okay. How you see your stepbrother, it's still kind of got the features of his face as he runs towards you and tries to attack you. How do you end this monstrosity?
I prepare the Sorcerer's Burst, and I just look at it and I'm like, what a tragic life looking like my stepbrother you must have. And I'm just like, I just burst the burst at it, and it just erupts into flames. And it's just like they're burning, and I just like kind of kick it over away from me. I'm just like, please get away.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Still have my bonus action. Can I do anything with my bonus action?
Level 1.
Yeah, level 1.
Level 1.
No, I will. I'm gonna just walk away from the burning pile of plant, of goblin plant thing.
That takes us
Good
to
show,
Bella.
my prince.
How does everyone look health-wise?
Looking good.
I'm bloodied.
I'm fine.
Okay. Bella would gauge everyone and what they're currently doing. Seeing that the group is narrowing in on the 2, she would approach. I'm assuming it was Briar that she struck previously.
Yes.
So she would approach Briar, and while she is... Actually, yeah, she'd go right there. While she's there, she would take as her action out of her pouch some form of salve as she comes in. Here, let me help you. And she will attempt to patch you up with this mossy salve as she utilizes her healer's kit plus healer's feet from her background in order to let you roll one of your hit dice if you choose to, and add +2.
Oh, nice.
Not one of your hit die, the only hit die.
Yeah.
I forget how squishy level 1 is.
Come on. Oh, that's good. That brings me right back to max.
Nice. 1d10 go crazy.
Perfect. And then as a bonus action, you'd see her go, now, if you excuse me, and she will Misty Step with her Fey Touch feet and go 30 feet away.
Totally normal woman that you just met 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I think she
That's
works in a
wintergreen. It's wintergreen, guys. Mel, it's wintergreen.
Wintergreen. Oh.
Wonderful.
I'll
Briar,
admit-
go ahead.
Alright, so I'll just end my turn there.
Okay. You Misty Step away. How does your Misty Step look?
Bella's Misty Step has like shades of dark purple energy and this like black, almost like hazy smoke as it just wisps through the air at tremendous velocity. You just kind of see her disappear in one space and then slither across the ground really quickly as a mist, and then reform in her form. And the most notable feature in this form, or this magic that she's using, is her hair. The fiery red really bursts out when she reforms. Almost like she's blooming.
Cool.
Oh, Elden Ring.
Okay.
Millennia.
Briar, I feel like you would just smell the ambient scent of like flowers as they dissipate, as there's like this smoke, as you just smell like this kind of sweet scent in the air. Very floral. Okay, that takes us to Mel. You watched a lady teleport and heal Briar. Rosio just killed his stepbrother and got some drama out. Not really. What are you doing? You have one entangled still, and then one that it's very damaged next to Briar.
What a feisty bunch, eh, Captain? I think we're in good hands. And I take my honey wand and I make a batter swing against this goblin in front of the captain. All right. So 7 force damage.
Okay. How do you end this Budlin?
I think I fully, with the hive like top of my honey dipper staff, I lift it up, take a batter swing, and rip right through its center as it like bursts into like moss and leaves and shatters and disperses out here beside Romeo. And then I put my staff down and I'm like, oh my god, my back.
Yeah. You
Oh
hit
god.
it, and it just explodes in the petals.
Sorry about that.
Oh, all good. All good. Just another day in the life.
Everybody's alive still, right?
Yeah. My back
with-
might need some washing after this, though.
With that, this last one is entangled, and you see it is just going to use all of its power to try to break out of it. I'll give it advantage again. Your saving throw was 15.
15, yeah.
So you see this one disappear underground and seems to burrow away and seem to get out of here as it disappears out of the ground. As you just hear, like, you can almost feel like a mole digging its way around as it seems to go to the southeast. And I'll give it a stealth check.
Come back here, you wimp.
It rolled pretty good, so it seems to be gone at this point. And we'll exit out of combat. You had a poor foray of stabbing each other, but you come out of it crystal clear in mind. What do you do?
Bella would start patching herself up from the axe wound that she received, using her own healer feat and healer's kit on herself.
Briar looks at Mel and he's like, I need allergy medicine.
I think we need to find some good. I think we need to make some lots and lots of butter for you. It's been a while since you found the hay, eh?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
We'll get you past that.
Yeah, thanks. That's kind of a
That's even more than I had.
Good
Poor
swinging up
showing.
there, Captain.
I
wanted to wreck on something. I wanted to say that as Rosio casts magic, it's like
magical rose petals like fall around him as he casts any of his magic.
Oh, cute.
Okay.
Love that.
Cool.
Yeah. So you just see that as he cures wounds on himself, magical petals just start falling around him.
You two are quite we picked up some powerful bunch on the street, eh? We got lucky.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 100% honest, guys. I disappointed myself out there, and it would have not been a successful or semi-successful situation if it wasn't for you two. And I rarely put my faith in spellcasters, but you guys are really changing my mind. You know, Mel's one of the good ones, and I'm thinking you guys might be a couple of the good ones as well.
Well, I appreciate
Well,
we
thank
can
you.
mind on spellcasters.
I've never really not known what my skills are not, just because I don't really be around too many people there. And, you know, living by myself, I've just kind of gotten used to doing things my own way.
Yeah.
Yeah, typically, I'm more so using my magic for restorative purposes, not really for destructive, but still fun nonetheless.
I'm not. It's like Briar just kind of looks and he's like, I'm not against magic at all. I'm more against the people who use it for nefarious purposes, and in my line of work, most of the time they're nefarious. And yeah, I'm gonna start looking through this hay.
Be careful not to prick yourself. I heard there's sometimes needles in there.
Yeah. He's like, where's that fucking needle?
That definitely seems like a actual training regiment that happened that College of Great Graphs would make you run through. Find the needle. And it's just like a field of hay, like acres of a field. Find the single needle and then you can eat. It just brings you back to that boot camp.
Where's the damn needle?
DM, has it been more than an hour since we have traveled on said carriage and has come here?
Yeah, sure.
Then any magic with prestidigitation would have worn off by now.
Okay, rules. I don't know how prestidigitation works.
It's like a minor illusion, and I created a trinket, quotation trinket, like I made a modification to my own trinket. So it lasts only an hour, and I would say my character is absent-minded and did not notice to recast it.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Did we notice this?
Can I roll a perception check to notice?
I would say this is again like passive. I would say give me a passive perception check, or not a
15.
check, but what is your passive perception?
13.
15.
Yeah, with that, I would say you would notice that it looks like something about Bella seems a little bit different, and so you might notice that maybe it's her hair because she misty stepped. But yeah, you would notice that things about her are a little bit different.
Something's different.
What do you mean?
Can't quite put my finger on it, but there's something different.
We killed a bunch of, I don't know, like, flower goblins, so...
No, not like that. I mean, as in, with your... how do I say this? Not to sound rude, but, like, with your appearance, there's something different, like...
My hair got blown. My hair got blown out.
But I'm thinking it's the breeze.
Would I be able to? Would you like me to make a check for it, or still use passive to see if I clock the change at all?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I could. Oh.
I would say both of you did have your passive insight, so you did notice the magic. So yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check at advantage because of your passive checks.
22.
Yeah, so you're able to isolate it to, yeah, that brooch seems to no longer be
Silver.
magic
Oh,
at this point.
I see it now. It's the brooch.
And what? And I'll look down. Oh, I didn't even notice. And I'll just smile.
Any
haven't
particular
seen-
reason?
I haven't seen that crest in eons, my dear. Can you remind me what house that's from?
Just a trinket I picked up on my travels, my youth. I don't really know which house it belongs to be honest with you.
Roll a history
I
check
make-
to see if I recognize it from my royal studies.
Yeah, I would say both of you can
I'm
make
really
a
low on
history check.
intelligence, so I'm probably not even gonna get it. A 1.
Can I make an insight check to see what I think about what Bella said?
Yes. Would you like to also do a history check, or are you going to focus on the
Uh,
insight?
I'll probably do the insight, yeah.
Okay. Bella, go ahead and give me a persuasion or deception check. You don't have to tell us which, and just tell us the value.
20. Deception.
She's lying to us.
We'll say, Mel, you do not know what skill is used, but you fully believe Bella.
Oh, beautiful trinket, my dear.
Oh, thank you. You don't get very many of these things out in, the wilds there, but, when you come across a nice something shiny, you just gotta want to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
And then for-
And would they know, like, accents from various other royal dynasties, like Ambrosia versus, like, Rosea? Like, would they know the different accents, and the accent that I'm giving something should not sound right. It should sound like the accent is shifting, like it's not proper.
I would say with the level of, well, because Rosio is from that area, and then Mel, you are a very old, well-traveled person, so yeah, I think if that is part of your understanding with this character, then yeah, I would say they'd pick up on that. I personally don't have dialects for each different country, because I have 4 voices. But yes, I will say that they can pick up on that.
The accent or her voice sounds, the pitch, something about the pitch or something about the tone of her voice seems to shift slightly in octave and pitch itself, like in sharp and flat. It doesn't sound like her accent is natural or native, and it sounds like it might be something that she's doing on purpose.
Do I learn anything from my 16?
Yes, with your 16 history check, you don't know exactly, as it seems pretty old, and you do see elf ears, and you go, okay, well, I'm not sure exactly, what this is, but you do know it's actually something from your kingdom, around that area of the north of, around Ambrosia. So it does have some historic, older house that you can't really think of at this moment with a 16.
I look questioningly at it, like as if I'm, like something is coming to mind, but it just doesn't fully click. But then also the shifting accent is also like kind of hitting me, because I'm just like, I'm from that area. Something doesn't seem right. I don't know. Something seems fishy. Could I roll an insight check against that as well?
Yeah. I would say so, if you would like.
Can Briar roll to see if he found that needle?
Yes. Actually, give me a investigation check at advantage, since you've done this before.
Okay.
Womp.
Yeah. Belladonna, you can smell some oddness, but she seems super trustworthy. Like, she just seems really sweet and helpful, despite this demeanor that you're unsure of.
Something's off, but I haven't done anything suspicious yet. So you're fine by me.
I'm over there like just My eyes are just swollen shut. What?
Oh lord, we need to get some butter for you.
Because that was a 9.
Yeah, not great.
Oh
You go through the grass and you're trying
What is
to go around. What you do, as you're kind of like, we'll say, Briar, you just kind of have moved into the hay deeper, and you're starting to just go into the hayfield as they're having this conversation, and you're just on your hands and knees, just like, I'm looking for something. You're just going through like a bloodhound, and then you begin to hear buzzing.
The bees? Did you find them, Captain?
I stick my head out like a dog out of the brush. Like,
Yeah,
I hear
and
bees. Well, bees.
you point east.
The bees, oh my god, that was my responsibility. We need to get those desperately back.
Yes.
Mel, you can see further to the east. It's not on this map, but we'll say you guys start hiking over there. You can see a hive of bees that seems to be behind a tree that's in the center of this field, with some hay around it. And you can see that there's a bunch of bees at the back of this tree.
As I pass the cart and the people that are laying here, can I see if like something was tampered with, or if it was like attacked, or if it's damaged, or something like that?
Perception or investigation?
Cool. Alright. Ooh. Oh my captain! Oh god, we need to get you out of that hay. Oh, cart? Okay, no. Oh my god, your eyes! Your eyes!
God, why is this stuff so itchy? I grew up in a damn grain field. What the fuck's going on?
It really doesn't make sense.
Well, you see, the pollen is different here, right? You grew up with different. You've exposed to different
So
types
what-
here. It's like
So, westerly pollen. This is more of an easterly pollen. Ugh!
yeah. We'll need some good
Oh
exposure
my.
for you.
Even with your 11 Mal, as you walk by to go help Briar, you do see that, we'll say that the horse for the carriage is here, and it has kind of like ran into the field away, seemingly like you could see it in the distance, eating some hay further down. But you don't see any signs of the soldiers or the guards or the driver, nor your nephew. But you do see the bees by that tree. But it doesn't look like you don't see signs of like damage or a ambush or attacks or anything like that.
Yeah.
Can I investigate the cart to see if the cart is damaged in any way, like the wheels or anything along those lines?
Yeah, of course.
I spot him doing this and I say, do let me know. I have the mending spell. If anything is broken.
Nice.
21 investigation. You can see that the cart doesn't have any severe damage that you would expect from like a ambush. And you do see signs of like a struggle around. It seems like there was movement, but no signs of like fighting or anything like that. The only signs of like intense movement is the horse running through the hay at the front, and then this cart seems to have crashed through the gate, like over here, and then like moved through here. So there is some damage from that.
And I approach the gate that had damage on it, and I would like to cast Identify with a spell slot, so it's instant.
Okay, on the gate. It is not magical. You would know that right away.
No, but I'm trying to glean or attempt to glean some form of information that is further beyond the scope of the spell.
Of course. Go ahead and give me a Arcana check as well on top of that.
While he's
Sure.
doing that, I'm just gonna mend the cart.
– 14. You can sense that there was magic casted here. And Rosio, you sensed it earlier with your perception check. You could just smell magic was casted. And you're not quite sure what spell it was, but you can sense that there was a enchantment spell casted and some illusion spells casted.
Something's not right here, and I will motion anybody that is better at investigating than me to attempt to also assist to see if they can.
I have proficiency, so I can give you the help action for advantage or
There you go.
whatever you. Skilled has come very useful so far.
What I would be attempting to do is I would like to try to see like the spacing of the spells, the distance of the spells, in order to determine like illusion first, and then enchantment, and then like to try to paint a story based off the fingerprints I can see or sense of the spells that have been cast in the area, in order to determine if it was something like coercion, or if maybe it was like an illusion was cast to fool somebody in regards to something. Like just trying to paint a broader just a broader picture.
Okay. Yeah, I would say walking around here with the help of Rosio, you can sense that the enchantment was first. And then there was a series of illusions, and then there's also some transmutation as well, that seemed to be all over the place. You can see right where you're standing, there was a amount of illusion and transmutation done. And same to where on the other side of the cart, where Briar is, where those spots where your owl noticed there were imprints in the hay, where something heavy had been there before, there is signs of transmutation and illusion. But it seems like the enchantment happened back here on the road.
I have a feeling that someone may have been bewitched over there. Then this cart here may have been unloaded. Things may have been turned from one thing into another thing, and then disguised with the illusion type magic.
As Bella says that, I look over to the hive, and I guess having participated with my nephew in creating this gift, I would like to make sure that that is the actual hive that we made, or if it's been tampered with in some way.
Yeah, you and Briar go over there, and you can see behind this tree, you do see the queen bee, who seems to be like in a little cage, and seems to be like, whatever way she was transported, she seems to be behind this tree with this hive just all around her, kind of protecting her. And you can see that as you start to move forward, the hive started to move, and you could see that that little budlin that had come up and is grabbing the queen bee, and then also has like, it's trying to make a sack and try to pick up a bunch of goods that it grabbed, likely from the cart, it seems, as it has just a bundle of knickknacks and things and little bits and bobs plus the queen bee. And you're able to completely stop it as it just kind of drops the stuff, and it's either going to start to run unless one of you wants to,
Hellfire.
I cast Sorcerer's Burst.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. all of you attack him. He's dead.
Bam.
He pops from magical goo and turns into nothing. And Mel, you can see that this is indeed the queen bee, and you can see this pile of bits and bobs.
Oh lordy, what happened to you?
Is the bee okay? Is the queen bee okay?
The bee is okay.
I think as he says that, I will start ritual casting Speak with Animals, to talk to the bee and see what happened and where my nephew is.
I do the same so I can spy.
I would like to use an action to use my Pact of the Rod, or Rod of the Pack Keeper, in order to get a spell slot back.
Cool. Okay. You begin ritually casting Speak with Animals, and this bee it's already starting to like talk to you, just like buzz, buzz, buzz. You're like, yeah, hold on, just give me 10 minutes. As it's just buzz, buzz, like no, just, in the meantime,
calm down, will you?
The rest of you are looking at this pile of bits and bobs, and you can see a beautiful little brooch that seems to be very clean. It seems to have been ripped off of a cloak. And Mel, you would recognize it to be the crest of House Forellis.
Oh no.
And then you can also see there's like some other patches of just green robes and cloth that seem to have been grabbed by this Budlin. And then you do see just some different bits of cloth. You see very bright pink.
Pink. And does that cloth look like it came from rosacea?
From rosacea, go ahead and give me a history check.
That's
And
good.
anybody can do this.
Ooh. Yeah, why not?
Oh my god! I just have a brain fart and stand there, almost drooling.
Briar's like, yeah.
Pretty
Belladonna,
claw.
with your roll, it reminded you of those begonia soldiers and their colors. It's a similar hue, but it seems less of like ornamental. It's not like from a upstanding like high-ranking like, royalty member, but it seems to be a similar shade.
So it's a similar shade, but when we feel the cloth, is it like high quality cloth or is it like meh?
Not at all. It's pretty meh.
Those remind me of them there begonias. The same type of coloration, just a different hue.
Why would the begonias have wanted our hive?
Maybe they're jealous. Jealousy does a lot of stupid things.
It does, doesn't it?
Truly.
To keep things moving, we'll say, Mel, you hold on to the queen bee and you begin making your way back to Crocosmia. As you begin to walk back, you're able to cast Speak with Animals. And you're talking with this queen bee. We'll call it Bebe.
Bebe.
So, Bebe is just
Bebe.
like, well, hell, what a day, Mel. I'm so glad to see you. That Budlin was gonna eat me, I think. Oh my, it would have been hellfire if you didn't catch me in time.
I'm so glad you're safe. I'm so glad I found you. What of Ari? What did you see my nephew? Did they take him? Did they what happened? Who ambushed you?
Oh,
Or who?
sugar, I am so sorry. I was in the back of the cart. I didn't see much, but I was able to hear the horse freak out, and I was able to fly and peek out and see some things moving by. There was a large winged creature, and it seemed to spook our horse, and it crashed through, and next thing we knew, we hear all these loud voices speaking in some tongue I've never heard before, and then I just heard loud thumps, and it seems like these your nephew was grabbed by somebody wearing dark clothes. They had some sort of mask on, and I couldn't see them, and they got grabbed, and immediately they were it seems like possessed or put to sleep or charmed. They were just pulled out just like it was nothing, like a stick of butter just sliding out of the pantry. It just scooped him out, and he was gone, and they were all gone. And then I heard these weird little gremlins coming, and then I heard some kerfuffles, and it seems like those little budlins showed up and started trying to raid the carriage, and managed to grab some stuff before they flew off.
Gosh.
I hear the bee say a weird language, and I start speaking Draconic, and I say, was that the language you heard?
No, it wasn't quite like that. Sounded darker, like something that somebody only the darkness could speak, you know? It just made me shudder to my core.
Oh well, I'm glad you're.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, well, I'm glad you're safe. We should get you back in the safe hands of the queen, and we'll find Ari. Don't worry. He can take care of himself. I know that.
I try and go over to. Is the horse still in view?
Yeah.
I try to go over to speak to the horse and see if it saw anything, and
You
also
would
try to calm it down.
Yeah, also doing speak with animals, of course. You just hear.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Are you okay, my good friend? You seem
Not
a
at
little
all.
spooked.
No, I am very strong at heart. I would never be spooked. A horse of my rank would never be spooked. I am one of Rosacea's finest war horses. I am strong in heart and in body. What are you trying to
It's
say?
okay. It's fine to be spooked. Everything can get spooked by something. I'm just trying to get an understanding of what happened, friend.
Okay, I'm very
No
scared.
shame. No shame in that. There's no shame in
I'm
that.
very scared.
Okay. What happened? Tell me what happened.
And he tells you a similar
I-
story.
I start patting his head.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an animal handling.
Sure thing. 14.
Thank you. And he settles down a little bit. And just kind of looks to you. It was massive, this winged creature. It was like me, but darker, and well, I was a bit jealous and a little infatuated. I'll be honest. It had wings. It was a beautiful steed.
Oh.
Oh.
It landed right in front of me, gave me a spook, and it had pure red eyes. It was otherworldly.
Oh my.
And then there was another one that was also winged, but it didn't look like me at all. It was not a big dragon, but little smaller.
A wormling?
Something like that.
Hmm.
It was rather scary, the two of them.
I can imagine.
I was
Especially
not
coming out of
attracted to the wormling.
Thank you for all the information. That's strange. A wormling and a winged steed. Of pure red eyes. Have I ever heard of such a thing?
Go ahead and give me a nature check.
Nature, no! One of those stats I didn't invest in. Oh, well, never mind.
Oh wow! Nice.
You would know it's a dark Pegasus.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Dark Pegasus. Fascinating.
I'll look to the captain and to Bella, and I'm like, have either of you, either in the city or in the wilds, have you encountered anything like this?
I would say,
Yeah.
with your knowledge, now that you're able to describe exactly what the creature was, with your military experience for a lot of you, you would know in general that it is known to be a mount of very specific casters. They're very rare, though. It's not like a general beast, because there are Pegasus that fly around as part of aerial units. These are a little bit rarer than that.
Not in recent memory. There was recordings during the war, but that's nearly a century old. So it's hard to say. I've heard things. I only can tell you that I have not witnessed them, but if what you're telling me is correct, it's there, something is amiss, and we are puzzles and something.
Bells.
Piece to
with-
something.
Bells, with my history and connections and family, would I know about the Dark Pegasus and like the riders that ride them and the type of magic users that they are?
Yeah, I would say from your experiences, you would know these creatures as well, based off the description. It is something that you would be familiar with.
Have I ever seen one?
Yes. In your long life, you would have seen one.
I've seen them before. It was a long time ago, though. Yeah, during the war, I think.
I've only
Where did
read
you,
about them in my studies. Fascinating.
where did you last see them?
Ambrosia.
Truly.
It was a different time. A time that I left. I've been down by the wilds over by Rose for a while there now.
Yeah.
I have not seen one in my time. Oh, we typically ride dragons. No need for Pegasi.
My family used to have stuff in Ambrosia with that as well. It was various connections and so forth. But again, that was a lifetime ago.
As you have this conversation, you begin walking towards Crocosmia. We'll say you're a ways from the front gates. In the very far distance to the northwest, you can see a road that heads towards the Pearl Fortress, and you hope that the princesses made there safely. And as you walk towards Crocosmia, you have a horse. Do you take the horse with you?
Yeah,
Yeah. Why not?
We're not gonna just
Horse,
leave
and
it to the wild.
And then
Not
Queen
after.
Bebe is on its back with 1,000 bees behind her. And you still have Speak with Animals casted. And you are walking towards Crocosmia, and you just hear, pow, 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 pow. Yeah! Whoa! And you just hear cheers as there are these explosions of fireworks. And
Ooh.
you can hear the sounds of, in the very far distance, you can hear the sounds of the Prince Gladio still reading names off. They're going down different families, and you can just hear the festivities. You can hear and see the people in the distance. You can just hear the people. And at this point, your little Queen Bebe looks up. And she just goes, well, look up at that. That's what I saw.
What?
And hundreds of feet in the air above the city of Crocosmia, you see a dark Pegasus. Flying next to it are two dark, black, obsidian-colored scaled wyverns on either side flanking it. You see it's 300 to 400 feet above the city. They come out of nowhere. And Bebe just looks up. That's what I saw. And you begin to see them fly above the castle. You see a wyvern member take out a glaive. You see them unsheath it, and you see them start taking swings at the air. And I'm going to need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Whoa.
Oh. Are they... So wait, I have a question, DM. Where my sibling is it... Like, I forget where the area they were going is relative to the castle.
Fortress Pearl is completely away from the city of Crocosmia. It's northeast, closer to Begonia, and is kind of in between the two kingdoms.
Alrighty. I'm just more so concerned to make sure my sibling's safety is okay.
Yeah. They're fine. This is more of the leadership situation we need to worry about.
You see the swinging of a weapon, these dots in the sky, and you just hear a shattering as you see this kaleidoscopic web above the castle disappear. You see just glass basically shimmering from the sky. It looks like light. It almost looks like it's snowing. You can see children and people celebrating, like, oh, whoa, what a trick. Whoa, what's that? And you hear people point up, hey, whoa, what? Who's that? What's going on? And you just start to hear a little mild panic. And you see the Pegasus rider begin to chant in some infernal, dark, shadowy language. And you see somebody at the castle doorstep rushes up and tries to do some sort of magic. They begin to fly out of the air, casting fly as they try to counterspell a 9th level meteor swarm.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Casting a spell, it is an innate ability that happens. As you see this person fly above the castle, become an ant to an inferno of fire, of molten rock that appears from these dark, Icarus purple portals above the kingdom that open up as you just see these massive fiery balls begin to descend upon the city. You see that mage just get hit by this meteor and fall towards the river. As these things...
Oh my god.
Massive explosions. You are all knocked off your feet. You are knocked prone, and each of you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage from the shrapnel of this meteor swarm. As these impacts, you see one hit the entire castle, obliterating it into nothing. You are shockwave, you can hear nothing. It is just light, purple fire as it rains around this space. And you can hear the screams of people as these other two fall into the cityscape, right where the parade, where all of the potential military-age people were gathered.
Oh my goodness.
Bella's down.
Yeah, should I make a saving throw or something?
Who is
Bella-
conscious?
Bella's at 0.
Yeah, I think we're all at 0, yeah.
The
I think
captain is
our-
still up.
Yeah, I think our captain is still up. He's the one with
Okay.
the 1d10.
Briar,
Uh-huh.
you look up at the castle gate, and it is a perfect frame to hell. You see this arc,
Cool.
and the only thing you see into it is fire. Purple inferno fire. You see shapes of people walking through it, trying to get into the moat. You are unsure if they make it. You just
Does-
hear
Does that
noises.
fire look familiar by chance?
You are not conscious.
No, but for him, would it look like fire that he saw previously this day?
To specifically the magic you casted?
Yes, to Hellfire.
Yeah, there's a similarity. It's unsure if it's a similar source.
Yeah, but I would, in this situation, he would be completely rocked. You know, he looks and he sees his his ad hoc party just splayed out everywhere, and his ears are ringing, and he just looks up and he sees what Bill's described, and it's just the assuredness he has in himself is gone at this moment where he just kind of drops and just kind of like a little tear rolls out of the corner of his eye, wanting to give up. He takes his sword and he kind of digs it into the ground, and he just pulls himself up, and he just kind of looks at it, and he knows that he has to keep going forward, and he just stumbly starts moving forward.
And that is where we will end our first session.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Cliffhanger.
so good.
Honestly, yeah.
So good.
Wild.
Whew.
I was like, we're fighting
need a cigarette.
Fire goblins. Mysteries afoot. Next second, city destroyed. Everyone dead.
Facts.
Chaos. Hell unleashed.
We're all
Oh,
knocked
man.
the hell out. Captain is stumbling.
Wild.
Oh boy.
Welcome to the Wilting Wars.
Not the
Officially-
beautiful kingdom.